Hey guys, welcome back to Final Fantasy XII. This is UT Young. For this last time, we actually escaped and got out of being confined and imprisoned and all that sorts of fun stuff. And met up with Pinello. Yay, we actually have our 6th and final party member. So, yeah. Now we can actually go ahead and see what our team... excuse me, too many freaking hiccups. What our team is actually made out of. But first, I guess we're gonna go and speak to the Marquis, and see what he has to say about this whole affair. And be like, why did you turn us into the Empire, you crazy traitor, you? Screw you, buddy. Screw you.
When Vossler learned my father had been killed the night of the treaty signing, he returned to Ravenastor, there to aid my escape. There was still time before Vane's reach extended too far. We thought that you could protect me.
However, when I then made the announcement that you had taken your own life, I must have seemed a model citizen of the Empire. The announcement, you see, was Vane's suggestion. Of course, at the time I was reluctant, but I could not perceive his reasons. Now it is clear he meant to drive a wedge between us.
Halim, we are past all this. Boucherba must stand with us. We can stop Vane.
Now, what I don't get is the Marquis said that Ash was dead.
I once knew a
but
girl
he had
whose
no
only wish was to be carried in her uncle's arms.
He had no evidence to
Your
support
Majesty
this.
is a woman grown now.
So why did he actually announce it
Suppose
in
for
the
a
first
moment you were
place?
to defeat Vane. What then?
I don't know.
You cannot simply rebuild your kingdom with the only proof of your birthright stolen.
I guess that's
Without
a little bit of a
the
plot
Grand Guilty
hole.
Assemble Omises cannot
in the
and will
story.
not recognize your Majesty as the rightful
I don't
heir.
get it myself, but yeah.
You may yet be a princess, but without proof of your identity, you are powerless. You will remain with me. We do nothing till the time is right.
I cannot just wait.
Then what does your Majesty propose we do?
Uncle Halim.
Incidentally, what is the going rate for rescuing princesses these days?
That is such a
Food
Han
would be a
Solo
start.
line.
The good stuff, mind you.
This can be arranged, though it will take some time.
Time enough for a bath, I hope. Dirty business, you know. Ah, best bring a change of clothes, too.
Like I said, he reminds me so much of Han Solo. Their personalities are basically the exact same. They don't care about anything except for money. They kind of both are sky pirates too. So.
What are you doing? This is Balthier's ship.
And I guess the
I'm
straw
going to
is
retrieve the Dawn
we
Shard.
can kind of consider
It's
the
the proof
straw
that I
as the
need.
Millennium Falcon too.
I know where
so.
it's hidden. I'll return his airship later.
Are you crazy?
This is something that I have to do. Not only for myself, but for all those who have fallen. I will not be made to hide. I'll fight alone if I must.
You still have Bosch, right? Besides, you can't just go around stealing people's ships. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to concentrate.
That's quite enough, your Majesty. What do you think? A bit over the top?
In my line of work, you never know when something like this might come in handy.
I'm trying to concentrate.
I'm leaving you with the Marquis.
You can't!
Trust me, you're better off staying here.
Suppose you kidnapped me instead. You're a sky pirate, aren't you? Then steal me. Is that so much to ask?
What do you have that I would want?
The Dynast King's treasure. The Dawn Shard is but one of the riches that lie waiting in King Wraithwall's tomb.
King Wraithwall, you say?
Kidnapping royalty is a serious offense. It won't do much to lower the bounty on your head.
How much is the price on your head these days, I wonder?
Allow me to escort you in Vosla's place.
Will you be joining us?
What? Are you kidding? I don't want to stick around this place.
Then I'm coming too.
Canelo.
Don't leave me here.
Of course not.
Then it's settled. We should leave before the Marquis realizes she's missing, like proper kidnappers.
And like proper slowdown too. Yay for slowdown. Cool. At least it's not as noticeable as it was in the first part. Holy crap. That was kind of annoying in the first part, but whatever. Like I said, I think it kind of mellows out as the game goes on. I think they just didn't optimize it too much at the beginning. I don't know why.
Dr. Sid, does this set Draclaw?
I have confirmed he receives funds from Lord Vane. His agency in the fall of Nabudis is also certain. Yet, with Judge Zecht, who led the assault, missing, the truth remains difficult to ascertain.
The long, cold years have clouded my eyes. I cannot see my own son's heart.
My lord.
This illness will claim me. So then, who is to be my successor? The Senate fears the capable Peregrine Vane. They prefer a young fledgling emperor. Gabranth, once in the past I laid siege to your homeland.
The Republic of Landis is long since gone. My allegiance lies wholly with the Empire.
Perhaps. But what of your brother? He did not accept us as you did. He fled to Dalmasca. Did you never think to follow him?
I follow his every move. He is an enemy of the Empire. He will be cut down.
So you would kill even your own brother for the Empire. Be that as it may, Gabranth, your ruthlessness is not without merit. But it must not become this way with Larsa. You must ensure that it does not.
So then you ask me to be his sword, to strike where he might not.
Rather be his shield. Gabranth, keep your close watch on Vane. His is the keenest blade of all.
My lord.
Do this for me, Gabranth. I could not bear to see my sons war with each other again.
And can we actually load, please? Game? You? Anybody there? Oh, there we go. Finally! Sweet. Dalmasca Westus Sand. Sweet.
Whoa. This come in handy often?
It's tough being popular. Wouldn't want any admirers dropping in while we're away. Well now, that's as far as she goes. We'll be in yacht from here onwards.
Across the Sand Sea, to the Valley of the Dead, and to King Wraithwall's tomb below.
So when you're in yacht, skystones don't work at all. That's why we gotta hoof it the rest of the way, you see?
Happy you get to teach me something for a change?
Well, if you want to be a sky pirate, you gotta know your... Hey, what do you mean for a change?
Come on,
At least we thought to bring
I'm
entertainment.
smarter than you.
Oh yeah? Says who? You want to see what they think about it?
I wouldn't be so confident.
Yeah. As you guys can tell, Vaughn's not really that much into the... Yeah, it doesn't make sense why he's actually part of the main party. Don't ask me. Alright, so later on in the game, we'll be able to actually use the straw to go to certain places. Unfortunately, yeah, we can't use it now. Basically, if you... later on in the game, I think roughly around... I think it's like 3/4 of the way through the game, we'll be able to actually go up to points like this and click on it and say take us to whatever place. Until then, we have to be relying on those transport stones right there, those orange stones, or a few other things that we need, or that we can use as well, like the aerodome. We can actually book passage on airships and stuff, so yeah. And a cutscene for whatever reason, I don't know why. Just to introduce a new area, Ogre Yensa Sand Sea. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. I think this is the last bit of the desert in the main storyline of the game, anyway. This area is actually really huge, so I don't know if I will go and show off everything that there is to do here, because if I did, it would take a long time to do. Probably around 10 parts or so. Yeah, that's not
So where
going to
exactly
happen.
is Wraithwall's tomb?
Far to the west. We must first cross the Ogir Yensa, and beyond that the Nam Yensa, before we reach the tomb. An expanse of desert larger still than all of Dalmasca. We must pace ourselves. If you grow tired, we stop and take rest.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm tougher than I look.
You are at that.
Alright, so I am not going to go through the majority of this until a little bit later. I'm going to go up a little bit to get like a few items and all that, and then pretty much call it and do side quests. A few side quests anyway. Since I actually have access to do a few more at this point. Yeah. Also, this if you are playing the North American version, only one urn will be here. This urn right here will not be here because it has a map of the Nam Yensa Sand Sea. The Nam Yensa Sand Sea is actually a little bit further on. That map will actually, if you are playing the North American version, will actually be in the Nam Yensa Sand Sea. So, yeah. But anyway, we get maps for both areas, so it's actually quite nice in the international version. And trust me, it may seem like the international version is a lot easier. It kind of is at the beginning, but towards the end, it kind of gets a little hard because, yeah, you can't. You have to be a little bit mindful of how you set up your party and all that. If you don't set up your party properly, you kind of are a little screwed. However, in the North American version, you can just basically only use 3 characters all the time and you'd be fine because they would be able to learn everything in the entire game. So, yeah. Alright, so yeah, that's what I thought. Another cutscene. Cool.
A construct to draw oil from the ground. Abandoned many years now, it seems.
Did Dalmaskans build this?
No, the Rosarians. Their empire lies far to the west, ever at war with Arcadia. Heedless of the kingdoms caught in their midst. Dalmasca, Nabrodia, Landis.
'Tis the small craft's fate to watch the list of the galleons and pray for light winds.
Vossler, why are you here?
Imagine my surprise when upon my return to Bogerba, I find both you and the Lady Ash have vanished. I thought you above consorting with sky pirates.
Balthier is a man worthy of our trust, and it was the Lady Ash's decision. I am content to lend my arm, as I could not when Rassler died, when her throne was taken. Never again. I will defend her this time.
You walked the Knight's path. The Lady Ash?
We should leave this place.
Let me guess. Sandstorm?
Something far worse.
And I have no idea why, but the international version does not have voice acting at this part. Yeah. North American version does, but international version does not. Yay. But there is subtitles, so.
Territory, and they are unfond of visitors.
And say hello to the sand people. Riding sandfish. Yay for more Star Wars references. I mean, hey, don't get me wrong, I actually like Star Wars, it's just... yeah, they kind of remind me of Jawas. And they're weak as Jawas, too, so... I mean, it's odd that Balthier and Fran would make a really huge...
looks like we've attracted the wrong sort of attention.
Really huge deal out of this.
Vossler, have you found the means to restore Dalmasca?
First, we must claim the Dawn Shard. It all begins with that.
But the sand people aren't really that much of an issue. Yeah. There's one more thing that I wanted to get. I mean, Vossler was one thing that I wanted to get while I was here, because I'd rather have a 4th party member along for the... ow, my face. Vossler, don't freaking do that. Ooh, ancient sword. That might actually come in handy. That's a stronger sword than the Zwill blade. So, yeah. Unfortunately, only Ash can equip it, and I'll probably give it to her after I end off this part. Yes, I know it's time to end it off, but there's one more item that I want to get here. Might as well get it while I'm this close to the end of the thing. Get out of my face. All of you guys will frickin' die by my blade. Alright. Now, this item right here that I'm going to be getting is only in the international version. Golden amulets. Yeah, what that does is when you equip it on a person, unfortunately I don't have the correct license to it, it doubles their license points. So it's actually a really, really nice accessory. Anyway. Ow. Vaughn, wake up. Anyway, while Vaughn is taking a snooze, I'm going to go ahead and end off this part, and I shall see you guys later. This is UT Young for this, signing off, saying, keep things frosty.